Talk about a sharp looking custom cue. I got to hand it to our friend Mr. Jim Pierce for not only building extremely high quality, clean, crisp, and tight, well constructed cues. This guy knows how to make a cue hit. Maybe some of you that have purchased his cues from us can drop some comments in the post right here, and feel free to post any pictures of your beautiful Jim Pierce custom cues. It's a known fact that these are some straight up stone cold players. A lot of professional players, a lot of competitive players, even collectors have a hard time putting these things up on a rack because everybody knows Jimmy Pierce knows how to make them play. What you're looking at right here definitely will not be around for very long. They never do hang around long. Whenever we get one of Jim's cues, the biggest problem we have is just getting him to make more. The man can only do so much. He's one of the busiest cue makers in the industry. Jim builds a lot of cues, and I'll tell you one thing, he is a one-man band all the way, and he never jeopardizes quality. Now that speaks volumes, what I just said right there. The man knows how to build a lot of cues, but he never ever lowers his standard. The fit, the finish, everything in one of his cues, everything that you could possibly imagine is done with a fine-tooth comb. His finish work, the final stage, what you see, it always comes out looking like glass. But I'm going to tell you what you're looking at right here. You have a 6-point Jim Pierce custom cue. It is a Southwest style. You can see he's got the Southwest style rings right there at the joint, above the wrap, below the wrap. That is a genuine double E wrap right there. You can call that an X Circus competitor wrap. Nice high quality right there, premium. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's see if we can spot the seam in here. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see the seam. Reason for it is because Jim is a master at wrap installation among everything else that he does. You guys know I pump this guy up pretty big over here when I do a video, but the proof's in the pudding. Every time you see me post one of his cues, 2 of his cues, 3 of his cues, you blink your eyes and they are gone. So this is figured Zircote. Now I talked to Jim. He not only likes to use this type of wood in the forearm of a cue, and it's nicely figured, you can see it, but Jim says that this is one of those woods that has a noticeably really good hit to it, and I will concur. What I always like to do to give you guys an idea, I will attach a similar shaft to a cue. For instance, these are Jim's world famous Killwood shafts, not Killwood, he calls them Killwood. Anyway, I took one of my shafts that I have here with the same pin. I struck some balls with this cue, actually more than a few balls, and it is a very solid and commanding hit. It's got a nice natural forward balance. Here's what's really amazing. This cue, even with the type of wood that's in this cue, and by the way, the points that you're looking at right there, those are African Blackwood. Look at how nice of a marriage the African Blackwood is with that nicely figured Zircote. With this type of wood, especially the way that he constructs his cues, you would expect this to be a 16-ounce cue. The butt is actually under 15 ounces, and that's all done by design because he weighs out the parts, he weighs out the components, he knows where he's trying to get to, he has a specific target that he's trying to hit, and I'd venture to say that the man just about all the time hits his mark. Of course, it's perfectly straight. Now here's the really cool part about this cue. If you haven't noticed yet, these are Florescent Yellow and Green Veneers, and they look fire in person too. You can see some high quality pictures on our website, crossroadcues.com. You've got the figured Zircote again down here in the butt sleeve, ring work all the way through it. Nice little extra offering here that Jim put in. Okay, it's got the Pierce Custom Cues logo at the bottom. You have a quick release extension. Normally that would be an extra cost. Jim is starting to make these extensions, and he's going to give people the ability to be able to buy them from him. So as one of his official dealers, he actually included it with this player package right here. That material on the ferrules is called T34. Those are medium ultra skin tips that you're looking at right there. I'll give you one more close-up on this cue. 6 points, 3 high, 3 low, premium wrap, 2 Killwood shafts. Rodney Morris, the Hall of Fame pool player that is a good friend of ours and a good friend of Jim's, he competes with one of Jim's cues, and he loves the way that these shafts play. In fact, the taper that Jim uses is a modified Gus Zambotti taper. I absolutely love his taper. Okay, it's kind of a longer taper. Whatever he does, however he designed that, everybody that ever gets one of his cues always brags about not only how good they play, but I'm telling you, that taper is something real special right there. So there you go. It's available while supplies last. When this one is gone, we do not have another one like it on order at this time right now. We've got some other cues that Jim's building us, but it's always a treat when we can get him to make us one of these 6-pointers right here. Jim Pierce Custom Cue, available for immediate shipping and delivery. If you're watching this video, just check in with us to make sure that it is in fact still available. And if you buy the cue, we will get it in your hands as quick as possible. If you need financing, check out the financing options on our website, crossroadcues.com. Thank you, Mr. Jim Pierce, for continually making these amazing cues that seem to sell so fast. And the only thing about it is they rarely ever come back up for sale. There's got to be something to it. Jim Pierce at crossroadcues.com.